Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. JOTA, and today we will be talking about pretty much Kylian Mbappe. There are three different news as far as the French player, and of course, all of them completely different for different reasons, different purposes, different comments that has to be said, and of course, I'm gonna start to talk about the first one. Because right after the game against Villarreal, apparently, according to this article that came out today, one of the fans, Real Madrid fans, that came across Florentino Perez right after the game when Florentino Perez was leaving the stadium, apparently told to the media Florentino Perez told him something really interesting about Kylian Mbappe, and that is next year Kylian Mbappe will play for Real Madrid. I mean, apparently the fan asked it to the president, hey, and Mbappe for when? When is he coming to Real Madrid? And Florentino Perez said, next year. So that is the best way to start, man. Very good news. I mean, this is something everybody knows already, okay? This is not like, okay, wow, this is really amazing. This is really surprising. Nobody was expecting that yet. Everybody, including me, I mean, I'm the first one, I think. Everybody, I mean, the 90% of Los Madridistas right now truly believe Kylian Mbappe will play for Real Madrid next year. There's no way Kylian Mbappe changing his mind and remaining in PSG by any means. And no matter how much money PSG throw on the table to renew his contract, and no matter how much money the Manchester City owner wants to pay or offer for Kylian Mbappe, because he only has one goal right now, which is of course to become a Real Madrid player. So as of January the 2022, we will be, alert just because in January he might sign his pre-agreement with Real Madrid. And there's no other way around. For Kylian Mbappe, his top priority is to play in Madrid, and there's no doubt about that. So, I mean, it is always good though. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is always good to hear something like this. The Florentino Perez confirmed to one of the fans of Real Madrid last night that Kylian Mbappe will play for Real Madrid next year. But of course, this is not something new. I mean, I would be lying here and saying, no, I didn't know that. I mean, I could never imagine that. Yeah, I can imagine. And of course, I claim as well, Kylian Mbappe will play for Real Madrid. So that is why I have to speak about the other news that I have, the other two stories, because are very related to each other. I mean, the other one, the second one, it is that according to this article, Kylian Mbappe is not very happy with Paris Saint-Germain, and there is a lot of strain going on right now just because the other day against Metz in a game of the French League, Kylian Mbappe celebrated the goal of Achraf Hakimi in a very provocative way, and he had apparently some beef and not a fight, but just an argument or something. I mean, he had a gesture, a very provocative gesture with the goalkeeper of Metz, and then the Metz coach right after that in the press conference tried to diminish the importance of this gesture, of this incident, and he pretty much said, okay, Mbappe is not perfect, it's like any other person in the world, we all make mistakes, we all make, bad gestures at some point, and it's not a big deal, right? He was trying to defend and protect Kylian Mbappe. So that is the thing. Kylian Mbappe is complaining about why any single person from Paris Saint-Germain's side, neither the board members, nor Pochettino, or even the teammates, came out to protect him and defend him when everybody was blasting him, literally blasting him, because all the people, media, outlets, journalists, Mets supporters, fans, stuff like that, were blasting Kylian Mbappe for that gesture, and the world was against Kylian Mbappe, and nobody, literally nobody came up and say, hey, let's protect this guy because he's our boy, he's one of our boys, he's one of our guys, we have to protect him, we have to defend him. Nobody. And that's why Kylian Mbappe is feeling really frustrated, sad, deeply, disappointed with Paris Saint-Germain, just because if one of your boys, if one of your stars is blasted, the least thing you can do is to go out to the media and protect him. Whatever it takes. I mean, this is something that everybody knows that happens in every single team in this world. I mean, whether Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, Manchester United, when anybody attacks, when anybody blasts to one of your boys, to one of your players, what you have to do is to go out of public and use the media to reply, to respond, to protect, to defend your boy, your player. It's your obligation, man. You can't leave him alone. You can't leave him behind. That is completely unacceptable. And I really understand how Kylian Mbappe is feeling right now towards PSG and their attitude and their policy of not talking about that and not going out and protect him. It is completely unacceptable, and I will feel really frustrated and cheated and sad, things like that. I really understand. But let me tell you what, to make the things worse, to top this off, last night, in the last, game of Paris Saint-Germain, I don't remember who were they playing against. Kylian Mbappe was replaced. Kylian Mbappe came off the field, and when he was walking into the, with the rest of the teammates and sit down on the bench, when he was walking into the bench and then sit down, he struck up a conversation with another teammate. I think that his name is Gueye, sorry for the mispronunciation. And the television cameras captured the moment when he was talking to him, and they captured exactly what he said. And what he said has been released all over the world, and that's why there is a major blowout going on in Paris Saint-Germain right now. Because he said, referring to Neymar, okay, let me explain you really quick the context so you guys can understand. The second goal of Paris Saint-Germain last night, it was Neymar passing the ball to Draxler, and then Draxler scored the goal, right? So Neymar apparently delivered a very long and beautiful pass, a very effective pass, and Draxler only had to score the goal. Well, Kylian Mbappe struck up a conversation with Gueye, and he said, if that is to me, he doesn't pass me the ball. He doesn't pass me that way. Why? He was really frustrated. He was, criticizing to Neymar just because when he's on the field, he doesn't pass that way. He's not able to deliver these kind of passes, And he was complaining about that. That's why he said, if that is me, he would never pass me the ball. So right now, when you think about it, and you know that these guys are very good friends, have been very good friends for so long, they got along very soon right after the arrival of Neymar to Paris, and they got very good friends. It is pretty weird to see something like that, because they are like, brothers. And then you see one of them criticizing the other one. That means Kylian Mbappe is not okay right now in Paris Saint-Germain. He's not comfortable. He's not feeling great. He's not feeling, he's not feeling good. He's definitely not, I don't know, man. I just feel that he wants to get out. He wants out really quick from Paris Saint-Germain. He's feeling alone. He's feeling the loneliness just because nobody protects him, nobody defends him, nobody. And now this thing with Neymar, and it is not only that. Last week we saw the picture of the three of them, Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi. And Neymar and Messi were, laughing, kidding, joking, stuff like that. Kylian Mbappe was very serious. Was kind of like, what am I doing here? I shouldn't be here, And all those moments all those pictures that are captured by the media are obviously commented by people, because the people really knows Kylian Mbappe is feeling alone right now in Paris Saint-Germain. So that's why there is a massive blown out right now within PSG. It is not only because Sergio Ramos hasn't been able to make his debut yet. It is not just about the injury of Leo Messi. It is also the big problem with Kylian Mbappe, a player who should have been already a Real Madrid player, but he's not. And actually, he's becoming more toxic for the locker room of Paris Saint-Germain. But let me tell you what, from a Madridista perspective, I'm so happy this is going on right now and this is happening to Paris Saint-Germain, because it is actually what, in my opinion, Al-Khelaifi deserves. That is what you get when you try to put on top of everything your own and personal interest over the club interest. This summer, I mean, if we were talking about any other, team in Europe, Kylian Mbappe would have left Paris Saint-Germain to sign for another team, in this case Real Madrid. But just because this is Paris Saint-Germain and these people from the Middle East, they have a very different mindset and mentality, that they really think the club belongs to them. They didn't release the Kylian Mbappe because they think he had to stay one more year in PSG, even when they knew this was going to happen. Because when a player is not happy in your club, when a player is not happy in your team, he becomes toxic for the rest of the teammates, and he can really create a very negative environment for everybody. And if you are, the boss, you are the commander-in-chief, you are the CEO, whatever you want to call it, you have to be aware of that. And you have to put up front the club's interest on your personal interest, on your personal beliefs, on your personal thoughts, or things like that. You can't afford to have a player like that. You can't afford to have a player with that mindset and mentality that he doesn't want to work with you, he doesn't want to play with you, he doesn't want to play in this team because he's not feeling great, he's not feeling good, he's not feeling comfortable, whatever you want to call it. That is exactly what you get when you don't do the things right, in the right way, in the right direction, in the right, So to me, as a Madrid, it is not good, of course. I don't want to see Kylian Mbappe going through a very tough moment, and I don't want to see how this whole thing affects and impacts in his performances and things like that, because I want to see Kylian Mbappe scoring more and more and more goals and becoming better and better and better. I don't want to see him on the bench. I don't want to see him, misperforming. I don't want to see him failing. I don't want to see him that way, because of course that is going to affect to his arrival for Real Madrid next year. Because if you are on top of your shape, if you are in the peak of your shape, and then you arrive to Real Madrid, you probably become one of the greatest. But if you are coming to Madrid after going through a very tough season where everybody has been blasting you and criticizing you and attacking you and all this stuff, man, I don't know how is he going to handle that, because it's really difficult. So, well, anyways, these were the 3 news I have for you all, guys, regarding to Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid and all this stuff, and how can that affect Real Madrid and the possible signing for Los Madridistas next year. Now, I want to hear your thoughts about that. Just comment in the section below, and of course, smash the subscribe button, and see you in the next video.